Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of despair. Ours is no caravan of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come.
You are welcome here.
No matter your religious beliefs or lack of belief, you are welcome here.
No matter your age, sex, sexual orientation, or gender identity, you are welcome here.
No importa tu ciudadanía, tú estás bienvenido aquí.
No matter your citizenship, politics,
or relationship status.
No matter your physical characteristics or health, you are welcome here.
Whoever you are, wherever you are from,
you are welcome in this place. Good morning and welcome to the online worship of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Montgomery, November 22, 2020. My name is Lynn Hopkins. It is my honor to serve this congregation as its minister, and I'm so glad that you joined us here this morning. I'd like to offer these opening words from poet John O'Donohue. May you listen to your longing to be true and free, and may you also know the shelter of home. May the circles of your belonging be large enough for the dreams of your soul. May you arise each day with the voice of blessing, whispering in your heart that something good is going to happen to you. May you find a harmony between your soul and your life. May the house of your soul never become a haunted place. May you know the eternal longing that is at the heart of time. May there be kindness in your gaze when you look within and when you behold others. May you be free from the prisons of guilt, fear, disappointment, and despair. And may you never place walls between the light and yourself. May you allow the family of life to gather you, mind you, and embrace you in belonging. I'd like to invite you to join me now in speaking aloud our congregational covenant. We, the members and friends of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Montgomery, promise to serve our community with open minds, willing hearts, and helping hands as we respect one another, honoring that our perceptions may differ, value our differences, working to better understand them in conflict, give joyfully of ourselves, being in harmony with our capabilities, and embrace our connections with each other, nature, the global community, and the great mystery of life. So now we're going to hear from our coordinator of religious education, Roger Burdett, with A Time for All Ages.
And here we are, back to the box. What is in the box? Let's find out more on Time for All Ages. Well, good morning. Nice to be with you for Time for All Ages today. Last week we began reading a new book called Greenhorn. It's a fairly short book, but it's going to take us 2 or 3 episodes. So Greenhorn is written by Anna Alswanger with illustrations by Miriam Nerlove, and we have permission to read this book from the publisher who is right here in town. New South Books, run by some friends of mine, have given us permission to read this. The story is about a yeshiva. I mispronounced that last week. I think I called it yeshiva. I told you, I'm not Jewish, but I'm always ready to learn. So a yeshiva is a school, a Jewish school. In this case, it's a school for young boys, apparently. It looks like a boarding school. It's in Brooklyn, back in 1946. So the rabbi tells the students who are currently at the school that they're going to get 20 new students, 20 boys from Poland, whose parents all died in concentration camps. Some of the boys are not excited about this. They already are tight on space, but here come the 20 boys. The story is beginning to revolve around 2 boys in particular. Our narrator is Aaron. Now, Aaron stutters. You have to wonder, I'm an English teacher, so I wonder why does Aaron stutter? Why did the author create a narrator who stutters? So let's keep our eye on that. And then the main boy from Poland that we're going to meet is Daniel. One of the primary things about Daniel is he carries this small tin box. He never lets it out of his hands. Other boys try to shake his hand. He keeps the box in his hand. He sleeps at night. The box goes under his pillow. What is in the box? Let's find out more. So, a little bit more about Daniel. He's skinny. He does not speak any English. He does speak Yiddish, but even in Yiddish, he's reluctant to speak. Daniel tries to talk to him. He talks to him about basketball. He talks to him about baseball. Did you hear about Babe Ruth? Back in Poland, says Aaron. He's got the world's record for home runs, 60 in one season. Aaron doesn't give up. He continues to try to befriend Daniel. He tells him about his family. We find out that his family actually lives in New Jersey, and Aaron goes home on the weekends. His father is a rabbi at a big synagogue in New Jersey. Aaron tells Daniel, even though Daniel doesn't respond, Aaron tells Daniel that his parents also came from Poland. One thing I like about Aaron is he does not take mess from other boys. One of the boys calls him gravel mouth. They make fun of Aaron because Aaron stutters. But Aaron says, lock your lips. Well, then things got a little more serious. Things were settling down. The boys were getting into bed, and a couple of boys came over to Daniel, and they said, hey, we have a question for you. We heard our papa say that the Nazis marched all over Europe, killing Jews like flies. Did that really happen? Yeah, did that really happen? Chimed in the other boy. Did any of those bum Nazis try to kill you? The other boy wanted to know. Well, Daniel did not respond. He kept to himself. At this point of the story, he stays quiet. Maybe he speaks a little Yiddish, but the big thing is he hangs on to this tin box. Hey, look, we'll pick this up next week. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving week. I am thankful for you. Take care.
As I was putting the elements of the service together on paper yesterday, I was also browsing videos and programs of Trans Day of Remembrance and Resilience from around the country and around the world, and I encountered this, which touched me so deeply, I just have to share it with you.
Who better to work in times of uncertainty than those of us who are unknowable and impossible? After all, when Marcia took her own name and her name was Pay It No Mind, what could she have been talking about but moments when the world seemed to be upended? When the world burned, Marcia Pay It No Mind Johnson put on her glowing crown of flowers, took to the streets and danced and marched, and certainly other things that we have known in the quiet moments with the family we have chosen. In fact, maybe it was Marcia who lit the world on fire in the first place. So it was, so it is, and so it will be, because it is what we have been taught, and it is what we have taught ourselves. This project has been a labor of love by many hands, by many houses, and by many hearts, and it is for us. This place is for trans healing, this night is for trans memory and for trans celebration. May all who seek hope in trans healing, trans memory, and trans celebration find themselves here and be free.
Too little light, too little water, too many rocks, too many stones that I've had. Too little light, too little water. I know the grace only of things know. Too little light, too little water, too many rocks, too many stones that I've had. Too little light, too little water. I know the grace only of things know. The way we ride, I won't forget all from where I've come. From too little light, too little water. I know my way home when all is done. Too little light, too little water, too little water, too many stones, too many stones, too little light, too little water. I know the grace only of things.
There's a practice in our community, as in many UU congregations, in which we lift up and let go the things we carry with us through the week, the joys and sorrows. And so I invite you to use the chat box adjacent to the video to speak the things that are on your heart this morning. I'm delighted that Jean Gretz is home from the hospital. She continues to deal with life-threatening illness, and we continue to hold her in our thoughts and our prayers, sending loving energy to the entire family. I'm so grateful to those who joined me on Friday evening for the Trans Day of Remembrance. I think that it was a powerful hour of worship and reflection and sharing together. I'm especially grateful this morning to Pat Thomason and Roger Burdett, who took care of an emergency at the building, the UUFM building yesterday, and also thankful to Pat, who has helped me with some transportation issues this week. Whatever is on your heart, the concerns, joys, celebrations, anxieties, I ask you now to offer them so that we may be in community, in fellowship, sharing with one another.
Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion, flow with the wind, rise in the seas, move in my hand, giving life a shape, justice, roots holding close, waves set me free, Spirit of light, come to me, come to me.
Traditionally, our fellowship shares half of the undesignated Sunday offering with an organization doing the work on the ground to which we are dedicated in principle. And since we have been meeting electronically these days, we have shifted our process a little bit. Now we are doing a quarterly recipient rather than monthly, because we're unable to pass the plate, and so we depend on contributions through our online giving links at our website. You can go to the donate page and find the link to PayPal. Now, of course, we're always happy to receive a check in the regular mail. However is most convenient for you. We continue to depend on your pledges to meet the expenses that go on despite us not being in the building. And for this month, we're sharing the undesignated offering with the Minister's Discretionary Fund, which is a way that you can offer direct assistance in times of crisis to members and friends. The Minister's Discretionary Fund is a program of UUFM, but it is not in the budget. It depends entirely on separate contributions. So I hope that you will be as generous as you are able.
Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, but we can help shape what's ahead. Kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness, kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Look up now, people, but keep your ear to the ground. We are the river flowing, generosity abound. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness, kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Honeybees serve sweetness only to help the world bloom, bringing love to the flower, from the flower to the fruit. We could learn a thing or two. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love, power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness, kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, we can help shape what's ahead. Kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, all, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round, there's more than enough. Ooh, then follow, 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 follow. Power of love, give it away, whoa, whoa, generosity, love, love. Ooh, it's free, it's free, it's free, it's free to give and to receive. Power, body, power,
So if you've been here, you know that I have started to work through each of our 7 principles, the 7 lines of the UUA Covenant of Congregations. And we've covered the first and the second for now, so we're up to the third, including the preface language. It goes like this: we, the member congregations of the Unitarian Universalist Association, covenant to affirm and promote acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations. Now, clearly, it's a combination of 2 phrases that don't mean the same thing, 2 phrases that complement each other, that amplify each other's meaning, but that also have some contrast, sometimes even contradiction built in. It's a thing that we see in many of these principles as we go through. I mean, it is the nature of UU to embrace paradox, to lift up where things are in tension and dive deeper into that tension or contradiction. And over again, I find that sermons and essays that talk about the third principle really just take up acceptance of one another and spiritual growth. But that's not what it says, okay? Listen again, it's acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations. It's not acceptance and growth, it's acceptance and encouragement. Now, as someone who has the job of creating sermons and essays on this stuff, I totally understand why it's so much easier to focus on the acceptance and the growth. There's just more meat there. It's easier to get at. But as I've gone through these principles one by one, I'm trying this time to zoom in on language that is usually overlooked. And I'm discovering that quite often the words we don't really notice can be the strongest part of the principle. So I wanted to consider the idea of encouragement here. What does it mean? What's the difference between saying that we covenant to affirm and promote growth as opposed to encouragement to spiritual growth, to affirm and promote encouragement? You know, I like words and word origins and etymology, so let's take a look at this encouragement. En, meaning to make or put in. Cor, meaning heart. So courage is the stuff of the heart, the nature of the heart, which in the original meaning referred often to the will or spirit of a person. Encouragement is the activity of giving heart or power of will to others. We covenant to affirm and promote giving each other the heart for spiritual growth. So yeah, spiritual growth is still like a really key aspect of this line in our covenant. It's still an essential part of the practice of Unitarian Universalism. I don't want to in any way diminish that, but this line, this third principle, asserts our mutual pledge to encourage one another in that growth. Encouragement isn't just cheerleading. As I was digging deeper into the word, I found that I think the Cambridge Dictionary best captures the powerful essence of the word. Cambridge says, encouragement is words or behavior that gives someone the confidence to do something. So here we are pledging to offer words and behaviors that give each other the confidence to grow spiritual. Because spiritual growth takes confidence. It requires the willingness and ability to trust and depend on both the process and the people around us. Spiritual growth is, I think, the aim of all religious practice. But I'll wager that not one of us came into UU originally consciously seeking spiritual growth. Most of us came at first for sanctuary or for companionship. We're looking for refuge from the religious voices that are hostile to our being, or we're looking for others that hold a similar view of religious ideas. We aren't looking for growth. We do not show up wanting to be changed. And now, if we can reflect on periods or stages of growth in our own lives, we generally will have positive feelings about that growth. It might come through an encounter with a new teacher or a new philosophy, maybe a book or a film or a lecture that gives us new insight. But often, growth comes out of ordeals, times of intense suffering, the loss of a relationship, the death of a loved one, disillusionment with something or someone that we have cherished. And the growth that comes is how we integrate the experience of that pain and make sense of the suffering. So many of us probably associate spiritual growth with times of struggle and pain. Now, you probably didn't come to you looking specifically for spiritual growth. But I have some news for you. It's what we do. It's the business that we are in. If you invest yourself in this thing, you will find growth as a result of being part of the body. So, know it or not, like it or not, ready or not, here it comes. But we or I cannot just give it to you. I can't teach you growth. Ministers sometimes like to imagine that we can just hand you a big bowl of spiritual growth, but of course, that's not how it works. It requires that heart, courage, and what we can give, indeed what we have pledged to each other, is encouragement. If spiritual growth is our product, then encouragement is how we make it. So what does that look like? How do we give encouragement to spiritual growth? What does it mean that we have covenanted to affirm and promote encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregation? Well, first, I think we try to offer that sanctuary that so many of us come looking for at first. We assure each other that you're safe here, all of you, every bit, no matter who you are or what you're carrying, no matter where you've been or how you feel. There is full acceptance, love, embrace, welcome here. No interrogation, no demand for assimilation. We welcome folks not so we can change them, but so that we can be changed by their presence. But lest anyone think that we are here to create an environment of complacency, that welcome is accompanied by challenge. Loving, compassionate challenge, not interrogation or confrontation, but invitation. Let's go deeper. Let's learn and grow together. We share ourselves and our stories. Here's what I'm thinking and what I wonder about and what I yearn for. We share with each other our personal stories of growth, both in the past and ongoing now. And we're clear as well that as you grow, we want to hear about it. We don't back off if you change your mind about something. I have UU ministerial colleagues who went off to seminary and became Christian and stuck with the Unitarian Universalist Association. we don't back off as you progress in your spiritual growth and find yourself in new and different places. The other shoe does not drop. We're not going to turn your back. We journey together, companions on a journey of spirit. We show up for each other. Yes, we attend service even when the topic is of no interest to us, because we're a community offering encouragement to spiritual growth. And we hope that others will show up when we have the opportunity for a service on a topic especially important to us, even if it doesn't interest them. So we sing along even when the song is totally not our taste in music. We listen even when the message contradicts our own views or makes us uncomfortable. Together, we learn to disagree without argument. We learn to express our disappointment and sometimes even anger without hostility. We learn and practice compassionate communication in fellowship. We manifest a spirit of forgiveness and grace. When one among us forgets and acts out, breaking our covenant of mutuality and understanding, we do not turn our backs, but rather invite them back in. And we trust that when we falter, we'll get the same love and welcome back. We covenant to affirm and promote acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations. It's not easy, but it's who we are. May it be so.
There was a time I believed life was over for me. There was a time I believed my life was over. I feel strong today, thanks to your help. I'll find my way, and I too will lend you a hand when you need one. Sometimes I get so down, I feel like this is the end. Like there's no way in hell I can get over this mountain. The sun has come out beyond the shadow of my doubt. I am walking on this earth stronger than ever. There was a time I believed there'd be no love for me. There was a time I believed I'd get no loving. I feel love today, thanks to your help. I'll find my way, and I too will lend you a hand when you need one. Sometimes I get so down, I feel like this is the end. Like there's no way in hell I can get over this mountain. The sun has come out beyond the shadow of my doubts. I am walking on this earth stronger than ever. There was a time I believed there'd be no money for me. There was a time I believed there'd be no money. I feel rich today, thanks to your help. I'll find my way, and I too will lend you a hand when you need one. Sometimes I get so down, I feel like this is the end. Like there's no way in hell I can get over this mountain. The sun has come out beyond the shadow of my doubts. I am walking on this earth stronger than ever. There was a time I believed there'd be no peace for me. There was a time I believed there'd be no peace. I feel peace today, thanks to your help. I'll find my way, and I too will lend you a hand when you need one. Sometimes I get so down, I feel like this is the end, like there's no way in hell I can get over this mountain. The sun has come out beyond the shadow of my doubts. I am walking on this earth stronger than ever. I am walking on this earth stronger than ever. I am walking on this earth stronger than ever.
Come out and join us for a second hour on Zoom. We have a discussion after the service. There's a lot of stuff going on during the week as well, and you can find out more on our website. If you're not already subscribed to our email, please go to the website and scroll to the bottom of the page, click the link so that you get our emails. You can unsubscribe if you get sick of it, but I want you to know what's going on here. There are notices about things coming up, links to regular and one-off programs. During the week, we have on intermittent Monday nights, depending on Todd Robinson's work schedule, a program on religion and politics. We have on Tuesday evenings, at least for now, American Sign Language, offered by Terry Sweeney. On Wednesday evenings, I host a You and You series on the basic ideas behind Unitarian Universalism, the principles, the sources, and the history of UU thought. On Monday and Wednesday, weather permitting, Roger Burdett leads walks outdoors with appropriate precautions and social distance. On the fourth week of the month, and this month it's going to be on Tuesday night, so the day after tomorrow, we have our monthly My Favorite program. It's you don't know what it's going to be until Mickey Todd identifies what our topic is going to be each month. But invariably, we have a great time. It's good fellowship. It's fun and lighthearted, and I strongly encourage you to come out Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. All of these things are on the front of our website, so please check that out. Come and join us for second hour. And for now, our service has ended. May our service begin.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. I'm on your side. When times get rough, when pain is when you're down and out, when you're on the streets, when evening falls so hard.